In this video, I'll show you how to set up your Mac Mini M4 for the very first time. I'll go through everything step by step, how to connect it to a monitor, how to connect any mouse and keyboards, and how to set up whatever you're gonna see on the screen. So let's get started right away. So for the first step, let me explain to you very quickly all the ports, and then we'll start plugging stuff into the device. So right in the front, because this is the front where you see the headphone jack right on the right side, then you have a small LED that can inform you about certain things. We'll see later. You'll have two USB Type-C ports, and on this side there's nothing. And finally on the back you have the power cable connector, the Ethernet connector if you want to connect the Mac Mini to your internet router. You have one HDMI port, and then you have three different USB Type-C ports. If you want to connect multiple monitors, don't worry, even if there's only one HDMI port, I'll show you how you can connect many of those. Take the power cable that was in the box and we'll connect it right over here. Next, connect it to a wall outlet. Then we'll need to connect the Mac Mini to a monitor. So over here I have a 4K monitor. It does not have to be any Apple branded monitor, by the way. This is a monitor made by AOC. It's not a very high-end one, but you know, for the price I think it does a very good job. So one end of this HDMI cable is connected in the back of the monitor, and the other end we're gonna connect it into the HDMI port that I showed you just a few seconds ago. Like that. Perfect. Once you did these two first steps, you're going to press the power button that is under the device right over there. You see? Press on it once. And then you can put the Mac Mini on the desk. Once you see this appearing on your screen, it means that it's time to pair your mouse and keyboard. If you have a Magic Mouse or a Magic Keyboard, you simply need to turn them on. Okay, simply flick the switch over here like that, and usually in 2 or 5 seconds it should be connected automatically. You see over here the message disappeared. It simply means that it has detected and connected with your Apple Magic Mouse. But what if you're using a keyboard or maybe a mouse that is not made by Apple, like this one? It's Logitech. Well, first we need to turn this keyboard on, and then we need to put the keyboard into pairing mode. Depending on the brand, this Logitech has 3 different options over here. We can connect to 3 different devices. I simply need to select one of these, so let's say number 2. I'll keep press on it until pairing mode is activated. Unfortunately, this is not enough to connect it. What you need to do now is to take the Mac Mini, find the power button and click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
Place keyboard in pairing mode.
Mettez le clavier en mode de jumelage.
Mettez le clavier en mode jumelage.
Place keyboard in pairing mode.
Place keyboard 966083.
Enter code, then press return. 966083.
输入配对代码，然后按下 Return 键。966083。输入配对码。To use English as the main language, press the return key.
Well, as you see here, there was a voice over that option. Unfortunately, I couldn't talk at the same time, but you only had to enter the number that was on the screen and then press the return key on your keyboard to be able to connect them. And now the keyboard is obviously connected, and you can use the arrows and to type whatever you'll have to type. All right, so this is the first screen. You'll have to select your country and then press the continue button. Make sure that these settings are okay with you, so the preferred language, the input source if the language is fine, and the dictation if this is in the language you want. If everything is good, press continue. If you want to edit something, press customize settings. But I'll press continue because that's fine with me. Now we're gonna press not now. We need to connect the Mac Mini to your Wi-Fi network. So from this list, you're gonna find the one that is yours. I'm gonna click on it and type the password. Once the password is typed, press continue. press continue. On this page, they will simply ask you if you already have, let's say, a Mac, could be a Mac Mini or maybe a MacBook, iMac or other models, or even Windows computer, if you would want to transfer the data from this older computer of yours to this new Mac Mini. If you want to do this, you simply need to select the first option if you have a Mac, or the second option if you have a PC. If you don't want to do this and simply want to start fresh because it's a new computer for you, you're going to click Not Now, and this is what I'll do. Honestly, I think it's easier, and at the same time, I feel it's nice to start from the beginning with a new computer. Now they'll ask you to sign in into your Apple account. You're not obligated to do that. You can simply set up later. Unfortunately, if you decide to not sign in into an Apple account, you won't be able to download any apps and have access to other services like iCloud and your notes being synced between your iPhone and your Mac. So I'll go ahead and type over here the email associated with my Apple account. When this is done, press the continue button. And now type the password of the Apple account. Then press continue. Now take the other iOS device you have, and they'll probably send this message that you need to press allow. And there will be a code on your other device that you need to type on your Mac Mini. So I'll type mine. Then click I have read and agree to the iCloud terms and conditions and press agree. Now on the top over here, you're going to have full name and account name. This is the full name that will be associated with this Mac Mini. Same thing with the account name. It could be something different. You can invent anything, does not have to be your personal name. Now it's time to give this Mac Mini a password. Then you have to type it again right beside it. You have a small image here that you can edit. Let's say I want this one. And you can have a hint in case you forgot your password. This hint that you will type here will appear, so maybe it will help you remember your password. But you're not obligated to put one there. Once you're done, press continue. Now it's time to allow or maybe set up later iCloud keychain. So if you're in your iCloud account, you have some password saved for many different websites or even credit cards. Well, in this case, if you want to use them on your Mac Mini, make sure that the first option is selected. If you're unsure, well, select the second option, but I think most people would like to have their password saved on their Mac Mini, and they will be synced with your iPhone, iPad, and other Apple devices. So I'll press continue. The next options in this list are purely personal. I suggest you read them all and agree or disagree to use them. One of them is Siri. I know many people are using it on their iPhone, but maybe you don't want it on your computers. But you can turn this off, and if you want to change any of these settings, you simply need to click customize setting, and then you'll go through all of them. So if you want enable location service, you can click here, press continue, and you'll go through again all of them. Once you're done, you're gonna get this screen, welcome to Mac. Simply click and wait. Then you have continue, press on continue. And we're finally done with these setup windows. You can press continue here. If your keyboard wasn't made by Apple, they will ask you to do what they ask you here. So take your keyboard and you're gonna press on the button on the right side of the shift button. Mine is this. So I'll press the key immediately on the left of the shift key on the right side of the keyboard. So over here I have the shift key, this one. And finally, they will tell you to select what kind of keyboard you have, press done. Well, first of all, there's two types really of USB drive, one with a USB type A connector, and then you have those with a USB type C connector. If you have one of these, it's very easy. You just have to connect it to one of these ports in the front or the ones in the back. If you have one that has a USB type A connector, in that case you'll need an adapter. Apple's are selling this one, which is USB type A to USB type C, and it works quite well. I'll put a link in the description, but there's many other brands making these that are also reliable. It's very important that your USB drive is actually formatted in a way that the Mac is able to read it, because the Mac is not compatible with all formats. So to format your drive, you need to go on the top where you see a magnifying glass, click on it and type disk utility. Usually it should be one of the first options appearing in the search, so click on it once it's there. And then on the left side, you're gonna see your USB drive. Mine is this one, this is its name. It's formatted in FAT32, so I don't have to reformat it to be compatible with my Mac. But if you want to format your drive, first of all, make a backup of it because everything will be lost. And then you're gonna press, once you have selected it, erase. You will be able to give a new name to this drive, and then you're going to choose in which format you want this drive to be in. As I said before, if you choose exFAT, this is a great way if you want to connect this drive to a Windows and a Mac. If you choose these over here, Mac OS Extended, it will not be compatible with Windows devices once it's formatted like that. So exFAT or FAT32, in my opinion, are the best options, really. I won't do it now, but when you're ready, simply press erase. It will take just a few seconds and your drive will be formatted. If you want to transfer files from that USB drive to your Mac, you need to open the Finder app. It's this one over here. Click on it, and on the left side, you're gonna see your USB drive. If you click on your USB drive, you're gonna see everything that is on it. If you want to transfer something from your USB drive to the desktop, you simply have to drag and drop. You can also drag and drop anything by selecting them and dragging them in one of these folders of here, document, desktop, maybe not application, but in the future you may have more folders of yours here, so you can simply drag and drop there. You can copy and paste them like on any computer, so select the files. You can right click to make appear a small menu to select copy, but you can also select your files, then go into edit in the top left corner, then copy, then go into another folder on your Mac, and once you're there, go in edit and paste. Once you're done using your USB drive, it's important to eject it before removing it physically from the Mac Mini. Over here, you see there's a small icon on the right side of your USB drive. Click on it. It usually takes a few seconds and the USB drive will disappear from the Finder. And then you can safely go ahead and disconnect it from your Mac. The Mac Mini has an app already installed when you get it that is able to do what you're looking to do right now. So there's two ways to launch this app. First of all, you can go ahead and click on the app launcher over here where all your apps are located. The app we're looking for is called Screenshot. Usually it's hidden, it's not available with the other one. You need to go over here and then you're gonna find it, Screenshot. This is a bit time consuming, so another way on how you can do this is also go on the top right corner where you see the magnifying glass. Click on it and type screenshot. It should be here, you see, screenshot. Additionally, you can take it and place it over there on your dock, so it will be always available to you one click away. So let's launch this Screenshot app. Once you launch it, you're gonna notice you have all these options over here. These options can be moved, so you can place them somewhere on the screen where they're not annoying you. So the first option over here is to capture the entire screen if you want to take a screenshot of everything. So if you click on it, you see there's no more square on the screen. If you click the second one, capture select window, it will capture the window that is on the display only. It will not capture, let's say, my desktop over here. It will not capture my launch bar on the bottom here. It will only capture the window. So this is great if you don't want to show all your personal things that are in the background. And finally, you have over there capture selected portion, and this is adjustable. You see, if I drag the corner, I can place this whatever I want. Let's say I just want a small portion because I want to hide everything else from the viewer. Well, I can simply capture that. So these three options over here are for a screenshot, a picture. If you want to record your screen, a screen recording, well, you have these two options, the next ones. Record the entire screen or record a portion of the screen that you customize the same way we did previously. And then we have the options over here, which are quite important. First of all, over there, it will ask you where do you want the screenshot or the screen recording to be saved on your Mac Mini M4. You have multiple options, so maybe you want a specific folder. You can input it here simply by clicking other locations if it's not one of those that is already listed. Then you have timer. By default is none, which means once you click enter or record over here, it will start automatically. But maybe you want a small timer, maybe you want 5 seconds just to prepare yourself. Well, in this case, you can select 5 or 10 seconds. Finally, over there you have microphone. Well, the Mac Mini M4 does not have any microphone built in. So if you have a separate external mic, in that case, it will appear over here once it's connected, obviously, and you'll be able to select it so you can do a voice over your screen recording. This won't do anything for a screenshot, obviously. Then you have show floating thumbnail. Let me demonstrate what it means. So I'll select a screenshot here of that and I'll press enter, or you can press the capture button here. Once it's made, you're going to see a small thumbnail appearing here. And if you go ahead and click on it, you'll be able to open it. It will be saved, but you will also be able to open it simply by clicking on the small thumbnail that will appear during about 3 or 4 seconds. Then it disappears. But your file still stays on your computer. It won't disappear. And then if we go back, you have remember last selection, which I think it's very important. Let's say I want to take screenshots of this specific part of the screen, but multiple of them. If you check this option over here, every time you're going to open the screenshot app, it will remember the last thing you did, and you can simply click capture and it's much quicker. The first thing we need to do is to actually put those Bluetooth headphones into pairing mode, and this will depend on the brand and on the model of your headphones or earbuds. These ones, I just need to keep press this button, but if you have AirPods like these are the AirPods Pro, you're going to need to open the case with them inside and then keep press the button on the back until you see the small LED flashing white. Again, it really depends on which model you have. So let me do it with these. Alright, they are now in pairing mode. These models have this small light flashing to let you know. And now we need to go on the Mac Mini screen. The easiest, I think, is to go into the settings. You see this icon over here. If you do not see settings, go on the top left corner where you see the Mac Apple logo and select System Settings. Then select Bluetooth on the left side. Make sure that Bluetooth is actually turned on. And then here you're going to see the list of everything that is connected via Bluetooth. Go down this list and under nearby devices, you should see the headphones you're trying to connect. These are all the devices that are currently in pairing mode around your Mac Mini M4. Press on connect. Wait a few seconds and the device will be added into your Bluetooth list. Here we go. You'll see connected, and sometimes you can even see the battery percentage remaining. Now you have a few options. You have the disconnect button on the right side, like that. Disconnect simply means, let's say you have some speakers and you prefer using them instead of your headphones in the future. click disconnect, it will disconnect, but the headphones will still be on my devices. So you can reconnect quite easily and quickly to them when you want to use them in the future. If you click on the eye icon, you'll be able to select forget this device. Forget this device will completely erase them from your Mac Mini in case you don't want to use them ever again. Maybe you want to resell them, or maybe they have some issues. Usually these are the two main reasons why somebody will want to forget this device. So this is it. It's quite easy. And by the way, once you've done this and you're using your headphones, if you go over here on the top right corner, you see this icon. It's two ovals, one white, one black. You're gonna see Bluetooth. Click on that. And here you have a maybe quicker access to your Bluetooth devices, I would say. You can see in blue every Bluetooth devices that are currently connected, and the gray one are the ones that are not connected. If they're around, you can simply click on them to connect them. If they're on blue, you can click on them to disconnect them. So right now it's powered on. How do you power it off? Very easy. You're gonna go over here on the top left corner where you see the Apple logo. Click on it and you're gonna have many options. You have sleep, restart, shut down. If you want to turn it off, click on shut down. Before doing this, make sure you save your work because it will be lost since the computer will power off. If you click on sleep, the computer will, well, obviously sleep. The computer can go from sleep mode to actually being usable in only a few seconds, usually 2 or 3 seconds. If you shut it down and you power it back on, it can take maybe 10-15 seconds. I know it's still not much, but choose sleep if you want to have access to your computer quickly. And then you have restart. The computer will shut down and power back on by itself. So I'll go ahead and click on shut down to power it off and confirm by clicking shut down. Now, how do you power it back on? Very easy. The Mac Mini has a button, you see, right under here. You just need to click once on it. Don't need to keep your finger on it. So click once, put it back on the table, wait, and the screen will power back on by itself in about 5 seconds. Here we go. Enter your password and you'll be good to go. Now, if your screen is frozen and you want to force a restart, which means that you cannot even go in this small menu over here and select restart, you're gonna take your Mac Mini and you're gonna press this power button until the screen is completely black. Let's do it together. I'm pressing and I will wait until the screen is completely black. So if your Mac Mini is unresponsive or the screen is frozen, you do this, you lift your finger once you see the black screen, wait about 5 seconds, and then press once on the power button to start the computer. This should fix your issue. So thanks for watching. I hope this was useful. If so, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.